All right, so let's talk vegan. I'm gonna just give you some reasons why I turned vegan. I actually wrote down on a paper. I did some research. Um, so I'm just gonna say some that I found online, and I'm gonna say just some other reasons that I feel why I turned vegan and why a lot of people should look into it. I mean, I'm not saying you should turn vegan. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do with your life. But I mean, at the end of the day, the only one who's doing harm is yourself. So just think about it. Do your own research, inform yourself, and then you can talk about it. Because I used to eat a lot of meat. I'm a I'm practically like a bodybuilder, so or like a athlete. So I was really into eating a lot of meat back then, a lot of eggs, a lot of meat, all kinds of meat, chicken, you name it. I mean, anything that had to do with meat, I would eat it just because it had a lot of protein. But this all changed when I became vegan. I learned so much. I learned so much. All right, so the first reason why you should be vegan, because it'll be real easy to get thinner. If you want to get cut, you want to lose weight, you want to get abs, whatever you want to do. Right now it's 2017. A lot of people have goals for this year. A lot of people want to lose weight. A lot of people want to get on their best shape of their life. Going vegan can do that with little to no effort. Just by switching to a vegan diet, on average, vegans are 20 pounds lighter than meat eaters. So, I mean, just by switching to a vegan diet, there you go, just 20 pounds right off. Just starting off, just like that. All right. All right. So second thing, second reason is vegans save an average more than 100 animals per year. You're saving. Okay, now you might say 100 animals. Well, it isn't a lot for a year, right? But just imagine your backyard full of 100 animals. Just imagine it, and then you tell me if it's a lot. Okay, now imagine that times all the vegans in the world. Okay, now how many animals are really getting saved? And that's the mindset you should have behind it. That even though it's a little bit, but as long as each person does it, that little bit adds up, right? Okay. Another reason why I should turn vegan, because meat is, for me, honestly, meat is just gross. Once you start knowing what they actually put into meat, all this stuff they put into all these hormones and chemicals and stuff like that, you start thinking like, what's really going on? There's a study that I don't know, it was just a study somewhere in in a supermarket. They said like 96% of all Tyson chicken was contaminated with this dangerous bacteria that causes like 24 million cases of food poisoning. Food poisoning. I'm sorry about that. Food poisoning every single year. Okay, now think about it. 24 million. 24 million. All right. So how the hell do you think that is okay? How is that right? How is that how is that how is that right? I don't get how that is a good thing. People know this shit. It's all out there. Go on the computer, do your own research, and you'll find your answers. People just like people put a fucking blindfold in their fucking head and just fucking eat meat all day. every day without thinking of the consequences. Another another reason why you should turn vegan is because eating meat, a lot of people think eating meat is natural, but we are not designed to eat meat. We were never designed and we have never adapted. Even though we've been eating meat for so long, we have never adapted to eating meat. Just think about it. Okay, now look at a lion. A lion, and a lot of people like to use a lion as an example because they always tell me this. Okay, so what if they put me next to a lion? What is he gonna do? He's gonna kill me, right? Well, yeah, I can't blame the lion because the lion, he doesn't know better. He was raised that way. Plus, he has to do that. He has to kill to survive. He has no other choice. He has to kill to survive. That's it. We as humans, we don't have to kill. I mean, we did one time, like hundreds of years ago, but right now we're at a point where we no longer need to do that. It's been proven hundreds of times that we don't need meat in our diet. We don't need it at all. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. We are not designed. We have no fangs. Our jaw. Um, when you're a carnivore, if we were to be carnivores, we would have fangs. Our jaw wouldn't go like this. Haven't you ever noticed, like all these all these things carnivores have that we don't? Our even our digestive system, it's not meant to digest meat. That's why meat is acidic. It stays in our stomach for I think like 2 3 days before it even gets digested, compared to vegetables and all these other good foods. Don't you think that's kind of weird? It's kind of weird how meat literally stays in your stomach and rots before it digests. So it's just there and it literally rots inside of your stomach. Do you think that's a good thing? I mean, you can think whatever you want, right? But in my opinion, I don't see that as a good thing. All right. Well, some of the reasons I wrote down. Okay, now I'm going to talk about my reasons why I turned vegan. And it all comes down to your how you feel on the inside. Because if you give me a knife, this is the biggest reason why I turned vegan. And that I realized this. I didn't want to realize it, but I realized it that if you give me a knife and you tell me, hey Ivan, go kill that, go murder that cow, go slaughter that cow. Um, Trust me, I would not do it. If you tell me, hey, go slaughter that pig or that dog or that cat, because they're all animals. It's just that we're conditioned to eat cows and pigs and chickens. But what about dogs? What about cats? What about rats? All those animals. What about all those animals? Well, why don't we eat them? Because it's weird. It's not weird. It's just that we're conditioned to not eat those animals and just eat cows, pigs, chickens. But in other states, in other places in the world, they're eating what we think is wrong. They're eating cats, dogs, and pets. All the animals that we think that are pets, they're eating them like we eat cows and pigs. So what is actually going on? Like honestly, like what's going on? Just think about it. Just think about it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't kill an animal when I have the choice. I have the option to eat much better food for not only for my health, but I'll call like for Earth too. Like you do less damage to Earth. You do less damage to yourself. It's you feel better after. You feel more energized. So it's just a win-win overall. It's just a win-win overall. It's like a program. Like we've been programmed to think a certain way. It's kind of like religion. There's so many religions out there. They all think they have the truth, but in reality, nobody knows what's really going on. Nobody really knows the truth. Nobody. No matter who, no matter what, no matter who tells you that's the truth, then I mean that's just a story. Everything's just made up. The Bible's made up. It's a story. They don't know if that's the truth. We have to believe in it to think it's the truth, but it's not because we don't really know. So who like it's like the same thing with the diet. A lot of people think that eating meat, eating eggs, eating chicken is healthy, it has protein, it has all this good stuff in it, but in reality, it's all just bullshit. They're all just trying to make money. It's all about money. So, I mean, you can call me a dumbass. You can call me a pussy because I don't eat meat. Man, I don't give a fuck. You can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. But all I know is I want to live long. I want to feel good. I want to be in good health. And I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, by now you should be thinking about it. Do whatever you want to do in life. I'm just trying to help, just trying to inform. It's your choice. Do your own research. All right. Peace.